Then she asked, would 1 o'clock be all right, or would you prefer 12 o'clock? And I said, well, Vera, to be quite honest, we want to meet with Perry. We haven't made any arrangements yet. So she said, well, maybe 12 o'clock would be... Well, you're not filming this and taping all my words.
Every word.
Come on.
Continue, man.
Anyway, where was I?
To 12 o'clock.
Yes, and I said, to be quite honest, we are rather shattered, and we'll go out for a meal, and after that I think we'll retire. This means we'll probably get up early tomorrow morning, have breakfast, and then go, well, I'll show the guys around, and we go some record hunting and so on. So it would be wiser at 12 o'clock. If that's fine with you.
Absolutely fine,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
she said, you may stay as long as you like. And I said, well, let's have lunch, a little chat, and we won't pester them.
No.
I would do anything. And so in other words, he's trying everything to come tomorrow, but he doesn't know on which plane, when, and so on and so on. And he'll leave a message at the reception desk whether he comes and when. And he doesn't expect us to pick him up at the airport. I said, we've got a car that seats 4 or 5 people.
Yes, yeah.
And he could be here at around 6 or 7 in the evening. And I said, well, then if we have dinner with Perry, why don't you join us then?
Yeah.
Okay, and he could join us on Saturday there. In. Hi Perry, it's Manfred. We've just arrived. It's 7 o'clock now, and I'd love to make arrangements with you, but unfortunately this is not possible at the moment. So I'll try again later. I might as well try your office number. Maybe you are there. Anyway, we are at the Park Sunset Hotel in Sunset Boulevard. Bebo?
Yeah, that's Bebo, yeah. Ray Block is the band leader. Bill Randall, oh wait a minute, listen to this. Went to Decca and learned news about Beanie Boy, BR Boogie. Bill Randall of WER Cleveland. Saw Steg, that's a clarinet player. Stopped by CBS, saw Nicky at NBC. Took 238 home, that's a train,
Yes.
and practiced. Helped Dick live with Spanish. Had dinner, went to lecture in Fort Washington or what? I thought there was something important. What do you think that was, July?
July.
Beginning of July.
First week of July.
Record,
Date? Yes.
6 to 9. We didn't get to my stuff. We'll do
Used? No,
we'll do Wednesday or Thursday. Let's see where I was writing. I'm usually writing before a record day. Record date at Columbia, 4 to 9, paid. Got home in time to see Dick graduate. That was Jim. Yeah, graduate. I must have been writing it for the, I don't know, maybe it wasn't my record day. I don't know. Hal Collins too. Made arrangements on, what is that? Something the night? By the light. Oh, by the light of the silvery moon for SF. What's that then?
Is that you just wrote the arrangement?
Yeah.
Yeah, but who's that?
Painting dinghy. I had a boat. Got
But
Mitch
we-
called to write and conduct two tunes on a split day.
Well, what's that?
Started Mitch Miller arranged at about 10 or so. Did, or still playing trombone and ready to finish.
Just
First
a little
Miller
bit more.
arrangement.
That is the
That's
first
the
one.
first
Oh, that's
one.
the first one,
That
yeah.
is the first
Finished
one.
first.
Well, I must have had the meeting before.
What does that mean? Oh, finished first Miller arrangement. Aha.
At about
Mitch Miller
midnight.
asked on
But
29
I don't see where, I must have had the meeting here. It
Yes.
doesn't say about the meeting. Huh.
What is that referee? SF.
SF.
Yes.
Is there again?
Arrangement of Serenade Blue for SF.
Oh no, the weather was sunny.
Serenade in the Blue.
For
SF.
Serenade in blue for.
SF.
Sinatra's Frank.
Mentioned before.
Eddie Fisher, I think.
Theme for Mark again, National Radio Fan Club.
What's that boy?
I
Sing to you intro for Eddie Fisher.
Eddie Fisher. That's
Wow,
not
that's-
SF, is it?
That's a new one, isn't it?
Sorry,
Eddie Fisher.
Oh yeah, 60s.
Well, see, I don't know the answer to that one. Maybe it was a split date and we didn't get to my tune.
Oh.
You know, maybe someone else. Where did it talk about that? Or where was it that I was getting the assignment? Maybe it'll explain that. Got Mitch Miller called to write and conduct two tunes on a split day.
Oh,
That
I
means there's
see.
another conductor.
What is
Those one
Practice,
session was cut
Started
into
Mitch
two
Miller and
halves.
it did last. Finished first Mitch Miller and about just a little bit more. Stayed up all night. Finished second Mitch Miller arrangement. Now is the time. My God, now it takes me 5 days to write one arrangement. I did two in 2 days. We didn't get, and then I had to do it. I had to be ready.
Yes, the recording date is here, the 1st of July,
That's what I thought. Okay.
6 to 9. 6 to 9
PM?
on 1st of July.
Oh yeah, it would be. Well, let's see. If we didn't get to my stuff, we must have been in here then.
That is the second one, look with Virgin Chorus.
But you know, this confused me because it says, did my first date conducting?
Biographies are confusing. There
They
are always
are.
misquotes and stuff. I find so many mistakes in your stuff, but I don't tell you
You
about it
find
because
the mistakes in
I'm
your
not-
own stuff.
yeah, that's how that stuff happens. You know, I find a lot of things that aren't quite correct. That I don't want to make you feel bad by telling you what's the difference. You know, there's so much
Okay.
stuff written down.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
how it
please
is.
go on.
when you write
Oh,
something,
no,
you
you
don't
Staying
do
for
it.
3 weeks, not only
You
for
carry
3
on. No, that's all right.
We got King. Oh, we got the key on the Road. Okay. NRFC program, National Radio, something. With Sam the Man Taylor. Did you ever hear him? He was a tenor saxophone.
Sam the man?
Sam the Man Taylor.
That's
he was a
okay.
saxophone player. Worked all day painting at the Liqueur House. Sid Caesar. I was playing trombone on the Sid Caesar show. Sid Caesar.
There's so much more information.
Yes.
If you had this, you could probably figure it all out. My notes, as you can see, are not very lengthy. Look over to the new house again to work on kitchen wallpapering. Odds in boy's closet. God, can you imagine? I was moving into a house and painting and putting curtain rods up and arranging arrangements and traveling on the train in town and back. Finished painting the closet.
Closet.
Took the 808 in for the Caesar show. Rights to the, the bay that came with the house. You could have a boat down there. And you have access, That was a fun place. Went down to boat later and
Did very little.
swam.
Did very little.
Garden. What's that, garden?
Got called from Mitch for
Gardener's 80th.
For what?
for Walter.
Oh, Guy Mitchell.
Oh, that is of interest to us.
For another writing and conducting day. Good time.
Guy
That would
Mitchell.
have been singing the blues.
No, there must have been something before that, and that's Hometown Rag and the Eyes of Texas.
Oh.
But we never found.
Got together with Guy Mitchell at Publisher Row. Tuesday day. Old-fashioned sweet
Hometown man is that
Hometown
one.
band.
25
When did I do
24.
Singing the Blues?
Later, a year later.
That's the
Oh, you
25th.
mean that wasn't the first one?
No, that was never released.
Oh, this wasn't released?
No.
They were the two
Old-fashioned
first
sweetheart.
Were these in the bill pen?
Yes.
Old-fashioned sweetheart and hometown.
But they were never around.
Old-fashioned
I
sweetheart.
can't believe you guys are interested in this stuff. What? That's all gone by.
25th.
Ancient history.
Hometown band. Finished. Second
Hometown.
arrangement. Second arrangement.
God, look at, I would do an arrangement a day.
But Hometown Band is not the right title.
No,
It should
no,
be
yeah.
Hometown Rag.
Yeah, well, they probably changed the title,
I
didn't they?
probably made a mistake.
Okay.
I probably didn't.
But it was with Guy Mitchell, and that is
What's that?
proof.
Yeah,
Finished up
It's called
meringue
Former Griffin.
at about 10:30. Meringue, isn't that the thing I did for Merv Griffin?
Yes.
Yes.
How did that get in there? Went to Glen Cove for blue soup for Arthur Murray Presents. Is that what it says?
Yeah, yeah.
No, not blue. What is
Yes.
it?
For Blue Suit.
No, it's
Blue sweet.
Blue suit.
Because I
Columbia Day.
did Columbia Day.
Guy Mitchell. Well, that's proof that it really.
No, 9:32.
26.
Oh, he was out of voice. We made tracks. He couldn't sing.
Perhaps he didn't.
That's why they were never
Perhaps
released.
they were never released for that.
Out of voice. Made
Made
tracks.
8,
Paid.
9:30 to 12:30.
Is there another session with Guy Mitchell? No, that's the only one, isn't it?
Went out in a Jolly 2 in the evening. That was a little boat I had. Finally got some sleep. And did
Apartments,
did
APTs.
2
Oh,
BPM.
two parts.
Two part, yeah.
Of
You
what?
slept in two parts.
Finally got some
For a
sleep.
radio.
Did
Oh, that's
National
NRFC, National Radio Fan
And,
Club. I should have known.
oh, caught my first striped bass. What is it? No, 16 and a half inches.
Oh, that's a big
16
fish.
and 1/8 inches, 1/4 pound, not too big. At
11
Barbara.
Dickie's Point, 11 a.m.
Yes, he will. I mean, that
Took Dick and Doug, because Doug Neiman was visiting, to Sid Caesar rehearsal. They liked it. Sid Caesar got together with Frankie Lane 2:30 to 4:30. Talked about tunes he wants to do. Date in about 6 weeks. Check then. Another Murray show. Work on garage tool. Practice. Watch on work the garage doors. Went in town at AM to pick up checks, bills, pads, and so forth. Saw Mitch. Got 2 more arrangements to do. One for Doris Day. I did some for her.
One for Barbara Roy.
Yes, Barbara Roy.
Yeah, we knew the Barbara Roy.
They are Rose, so that turned out to be Rosie Clooney, I guess. Got copy of Eileen Rogers' date and was gassed to see Ray Conniff and his orchestra on the label.
Oh, right.
Worked on new stuff for Columbia. Family went to the picture show in the evening. I worked. Sid Caesar rehearsal, came home and worked on Columbia stuff. Morning show. Appointment with Mitch, got a tune to do for Peggy King. Peggy King, Sid Caesar. Stayed in town at Victoria.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, weißt du was heißt? Ich muss da noch so eine Ding
Got a tune
Got a tune to do for Peggy King.
but you never recorded that.
Oh, ja,
Not much. Now I'm doing the Gary Moore show.
Oh, really?
Rehearsal at 9 o'clock. I had to get up about 6:30 to get the train. Yeah, and rode. Mitch wants me to go to Coast for
7 to 10 days.
But that's radio.
Yes, yeah.
Mitch Miller.
Yeah.
You know, he wanted me to go, and I remember that. He said, I won't have any writings to do for you for a while. I said, no, I said, I'm going off the West Coast. I said, kind of kidding, why don't you take me with you? And he says, you want to go? And I said, sure.
Oh, yeah, it says leave about 7 to 10 days.
Because he says, well, if you go, I'll give you 3 record sessions. You can do Dog Days, Fortune.
Now, gentlemen, I know you're having a wonderful
Yes,
time.
yeah.
Did you have dessert and finish that later?
No, we haven't got time to finish that later.
Can you believe they're interested in this stuff? They're
Now, I
fascinated.
have everything on the table is homemade. I did not make it. This came from Switzerland. My girlfriend brought it, my neighbor girlfriend brought me this over this morning for you guys. Isn't that nice? Shimona brought it.
You are not responsible.
This is this is chocolate cake, and I know it looks flat, but it's very good. This is the Swiss speciality, Shankeli and wie sagt man dem
Shankeli, ja.
Wie sagt man?
Linsentorte.
And Linsentorte. That's all Swiss.
Hey,
Okay.
you know what? We got to rearrange the umbrellas over. I think that somebody's in the center here. It's going to be awful.
Well, that's the gentleman's word.
Oh, lady.
You've done it right. Yeah.
Where is the sun? Let's see. Where would we have to put that? Shade. That's right.
It's not the good. It's good now.
Nice. This week, homage.
It's not necessary. Vous n'avez pas besoin de ça.
Don Cherry, there's a place called Heaven. Guy Mitchell singing the blues #1, Cash Box. Finally did it.
It was on the beginning
Now my
of
new
December.
goal is to have one of my own songs be the #1 song. Never did
So,
that. Well,
the
I
beginning of December.
Barbara will like this too. So they used the song singing the blues, but he was singing differently the lyrics. But that's a Ford commercial. Doesn't mean what a Ford commercial is.
Yeah. But it could be.
Paid in full, record date, Guy Mitchell singing the blues. His singing the blues, yeah.
Yes.
Johnny Master's Day, it's not for me to say.
I have those dates.
When Sunny gets blue, warm and tender. Moonlight Gambler and Lonely Man. That was
14th of September.
that was Frankie Wright.
We must have the
Tony Benedell. Did you ever hear that one?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, because that was released written as a showcase.
That's right. It was Tony
In America, that's right,
People, we could go on for weeks with these diaries.
I know. Girl without
And my
color,
first
love
touch
me
of
all
hay
dark.
Bon Bon.
Yes. People, think, mind the time.
yeah.
Have some more dessert.
No,
We cannot.
no.
What about you, Serge? Some
I
more
want to be
dessert?
reliable,
Anything else?
punctual.
You sure? How about you?
I
My
Or a
notes.
No, just have a
scrumpet.
small piece
Of this?
Yes, please. Just very small.
Very good.
Very small.
Like this?
Smaller than that. Just put it in
Now it's out. See exactly.
Sherry. Namely you.
No, wait, that's not recorded with him, but it's just his arrangement. Oh, is it?
Play in full, play in full. Don't share with date, don't resolve me, and then maybe.
Without,
Probeer toch
and then it done without me.
Oh,
Oh, this means you wrote the arrangement, but it was recorded without you. Yes, he wrote the arrangement, but it was recorded with Terry on it. Okay.
Walking in the Rain, Moonlight Smoke, Johnny Ray, with Candlelight, If I Had You.
If I
Mindy Carson.
Coffee? More coffee, anybody? More
Okay.
coffee, Michael?
Did my last album date at 1 p.m. Went good.
Serge, you would like some more coffee?
It was not done so well, that one.
Didn't tell which song did it. My album date went off great. Got 4 sides in it. Didn't say which sides.
It was not the done so well one.
Ah, I feel like a pampered baby.
Oh, that way you are.
Well, you're going to be a pamper baby for 2 days, right? Then back in the cold weather.
Yeah, it will be.
Oh, England must be miserable too now, huh?
We've had gales of 90 miles an hour.
What's gales? Storms,
Wind.
winds? Oh, really?
Where is that?
Work on wonderful.
Long lorries over on the road.
So did you bring your swimsuit? There's a little
Where's
swimsuit.
Yes,
Wonderful.
I've
Oh,
got
see that?
Yes, I should be in there. I should be in there if I find
If you have time, yeah. Well,
Started writing. Finished wagon. I did wagon before this wonderful.
Yes, yeah.
Ja, precies.
I am an old cow. It's for
Oh, I'm an old cow. Yes.
also for Sentimental Journey.
Sentimental
Journey, yeah.
So
22nd of
May
May.
is the 40th anniversary is this year.
Dit komt Ryan from Milwaukee.
God, all the stuff I was doing and I'm still writing. I can't believe I could do that. I can't do that shit. Eileen Rodgers
Wie heißt das in New York?
And what
and Joan Weber.
Mijn toen hij die mensen misschien schrijven. Ja.
16th of May.
Und weißt du, alles warme und weißt du,
Sid Caesar show.
It's too much for you.
Yes, yeah.
You've got to quit sometime.
Yeah.
Next
Next week.
Pythian, that was a theater, Pythian Theater. call Mitch and Eileen.
Did you ever,
tomorrow.
Tamara writes
She
very well,
does
doesn't she?
the
You have
date
to
May
read that article.
15th.
I got some articles people got from
Let's get the,
No,
the
really,
stuff
happy to
about
tell
the,
her.
Well, I can tell her tomorrow.
Yeah,
It
she
was
please.
on May.
And
I'm
saw
very
a
proud
letter
of
to the
her.
editor.
The
in
release
one of
was
the
probably in
second,
June.
second edition. That's the title of the magazine.
Yes, yes.
Well, she words things in a very useful way. I mean, people our age couldn't write that way.
Yeah.
That's young people's stuff, and she does it in a sophisticated.
There's the professor giving her notes, you know.
Oh, wow.
Ich habe Manfred mal gefragt, wie er drauf gekommen ist, Professor zu werden. Er gibt Englischstunden an Lehrer, ja?
Interview for the event that is your 80th anniversary, and you know that every fan is full of admiration for your stamina to continue to record and going on tour. Have you ever thought of retiring? We hope you don't.
What was it?
Every fan is full of admiration for your stamina to continue to record and to go in tour. Have you ever thought of retiring or not?
Oh, that's an easy question to answer. No. That's the answer, no.
And you think to continue many years?
Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be here tomorrow, you know. If God wants me to continue in music, sure I will, as long as people like to come and hear the concerts, and if they'll continue to buy the records, sure I'll record.
How many LP or CDs have you sold in 40 years now?
Well, you know, I'm not really sure. I think it's, you probably know better than me. I think it's, oh, how many have I sold or recorded?
Sold.
Oh, gee, I don't know. You know, we used to keep very close count, but then it got so much, there's so many compilations and so many countries now, it's so complicated. But we tried to do an analysis a couple of years ago, and we thought maybe around 60 million, maybe more now, I don't know.
And at the moment, in which country do your albums sell best of all?
Well, I've been touring down in Brazil, so the record sales are the best in Brazil right now.
A little question, which of your recordings and arrangements do you treasure most of all?
Oh, let's see. Well, you know, I guess like most, well, I shouldn't say that, but I would think probably many artists are never really tremendously happy with, you know, the results they get. I always figure when I write the arrangements, you know, you have to kind of hear the arrangements in your head before you write them. And when I hear what I'm writing, if I can get 75% or 80% of what I am trying to do, I feel that's pretty good. And I would say probably the best, I think the best single I ever did was Somewhere My Love, because there was something about that song and about the record date and about the people on the mood on the date, the way the engineer, the way you know, the funny thing, Serge, the room's different every day. For many years I think I've only recorded in about 3 or 4 rooms, and it's strange, but you can record one day in a room and the sound is beautiful, and you go in another day and it's completely different, and you can't figure out why. I guess it's the humidity or the maybe the barometric pressure, I don't know, but rooms change in sound. But that day, when we did Somewhere My Love, everybody was in a great mood, the sound was great, the engineer got a great sound, and that arrangement, the key of the arrangement, everything just turned out perfect. And I think for one song, that was the best song I ever did. And of course, it also had such a great motion picture going for it. You know, the love theme from Dr. Zhivago, with the music by, who was it? Did they, can't think of the name now. Paul Webster did the lyric, I remember that. But anyway, but as for an album, I think the album I liked the best, and it was the most fun for me to record, was Rhapsody in Rhythm, because I had a big orchestra. I had about 60-piece orchestra on that, and I think one of the greatest arrangements and the greatest recordings I ever did was Malagueña. I thought that turned out great.
The two last question. Could you tell us an anecdote about your South America tour? For example, the girl who wanted to kill herself.
My American tour?
No, your South American tour. You let me know one day about a girl in Brazil who wanted to kill herself. You remember that anecdote? Could you tell us that anecdote? And the last question is, how are you feeling before your party tomorrow evening?
Feelings about the party?
Yes.
Well, and I can't believe there's so many, I've gotten so many phone calls and letters and birthday cards, and I'm quite surprised. It's going to be a big event for our family as well as some of the fans and friends, and like yourself that came from France, and Manfred from Germany, and Phil from England, and well, the people are coming from all over the world, and it's very thrilling for me. I'm very touched that it means that much to people on my 80th birthday, and it's. But I'm very proud of Vera, because our families, like the Conniff's side and her side, Schmidheiny, she's from Switzerland, we never really knew each other. Of course, Vera and I know each other's family, but my children and grandchildren have never met her, like her aunts and niece and mother. So it's quite an occasion. We have them all together for the very first time. They're coming also from quite a long distances in many cases. So, and then quite a few people are coming from Sony Music that are very important people in Sony. Though the fan club is represented, we have a very important disc jockey. He's going to be representing all the disc jockeys all over the world. And you fellas are going to represent the fan club. And we have some writers there, and so it is I'm very excited about the evening. That's tomorrow night, Saturday.
Ray, a big thank you to have according us this interview. Thank you very much, Ray, and happy birthday.
Okay, je suis très content. I don't know how to say it. How would I say it? You want to give it to me and then I'll say it?
Yes.
Je suis très content.
Je suis très content de parler à la radio.
De parler à d'où?
À la radio. À la radio.
You're saying it too fast. À parler what?
À la radio, for the radio show.
Oh, say it, goodbye?
Yes.
Let's only try for it. Je suis très content.
Could you repeat?
À parler, adieu.
Yes, and merci, merci.
Well, I'm practicing. I don't know.
Yes. Merci.
No, I didn't get the other part right yet.
Yes, it's good.
I did.
Yes.
Je suis très content.
Yes, it's good.
À parler
à la radio, radio.
Oh, adieu. I was saying adieu.
No, and to the radio. La radio.
Well, what am I saying? I don't know what I'm saying.
Radio, it's the same thing as the English word.
I'm very happy. What?
To speak to the radio.
The
French radio.
On
French radio. Radio française.
Radio de français.
Yes.
Je suis très content à parler à la radio français. Et adieu that's Spanish. Adieu. I just did Spanish, a tour in Spanish, and I can't think in it.
Let me know in English.
Let's see. How would I say? you know, goodbye, adieu, and God bless.
Au revoir, au revoir.
And God bless.
Yes, au revoir, merci à tous, au revoir.
Oh, okay. Au revoir et merci à
tous.
Au revoir et merci à tous.
Great, very, very great. Thank you very much. Very good. I think I will have a good, I will do.
You know, if I had thought about it, I used to be able to speak a little French, but you know, when you go, and I've been doing Portuguese and
Yes.
Spanish, and
Yes.
I couldn't think of a word.
So I think I will do a very great show with that.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Usually it helps me a lot when the people I write the music for can read music. When the people I write the music for can read. And I said, can you fellas read? And the fellow leader of the group says, well, yeah, man, pretty good. And we go up there and we start doing the interview. I start rehearsing the song. They can't read a note of music, nothing. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, and we're on the first 4 bars of the introduction. So finally I turn around to the guy that, when I talked in the elevator, says, hey, I'm coming up in the elevator. I thought you told me you could read. And he said, well, yeah, man, but I thought you meant like English.
And take a bow. Manuel Poladian and his lovely wife Elizabeth. You know, they just flew in this morning actually, and I'm really thrilled that they came all the way to be with us. From Hamburg, Germany, the president of the Ray Conniff International Fan Club, Mr. Manfred Tenneke. From Ypres, France, resident writer to the Ray Conniff Fan Club magazine, Dr. Serge Elhaig. Because he has been responsible for Ray's royalty checks the last 20 years. You know, when Ray started recording back in 1956, his record company was called Columbia Records. A few years later, it was taken over by CBS, and the name changed over to CBS Records. Even more recently, the company was bought out by Sony, and the name became Sony Music. So in the